It's my emoji.
Good. See what the lizards do?
Yes, they go behind the screen.
In there and then they probably die.
Let's get a roll on.
Okay. Hi guys. So today we are going to be filming a video called the More Likely to Disney Edition. So I'm gonna give some statements of like things that would be done, and then we have these little signs that say like Scott or Natalie, and then we hold them up for whoever we think is more likely to do that thing. So
Natalie's is prettier than mine. Mine just says
well,
Natalie.
mine has stickers. Mine has a little Pooh Bear.
Yeah, I just...
And who's that? Who's that? Boba Fett?
Yeah.
I'm good. I know Star Wars stuff. Yeah. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Number 1 is more likely to call in for a shift. Yeah, not much to be said about that.
Yeah, I don't call.
He never does. He could have like influenza and he would never call in, ever.
Not worth it.
Okay. More likely to go to the parks on a day off. I don't know. I guess me? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
We both go to the parks on days off, but together. So I think we're both equally likely to.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't necessarily want to go, and I go because you want to go. So.
Okay. Also, I feel like our heights are so uneven. Scott is much taller than me, but we are on very uneven chairs right now, so it just looks silly because he really is taller than me, but we're uneven right now. Next, most likely to skip a parade to ride an attraction. Scott. Yeah. You like the rides better than the parades.
Yeah. Well, now that they got rid of Electromagic, or whatever the heck it was called.
Electrical Parade. I don't know why everyone calls it Electromagic.
Well, because you had Spectromagic, and then it got replaced by Electrical Parade.
Next.
Plus, the lines are shorter when the parades are going on.
The next one is more likely to buy merchandise. Which did you really want to put?
Well, I like buying merchandise. I just tend not to because sometimes I don't like spending money. So I guess, yeah. I guess this is the one.
And I work merchandise, so I have, like, I don't know. I really love the merchandise, and I'm more willing to spend the money on it, so.
I like the merchandise. I'm selective.
The next one is more likely to play in the parks before or after work. So this is like on a day that you're working.
Well,
which of us is more likely to go in?
Well, I guess it'll be you. Because I can't go to the parks before work.
See, I think we differ on this one. I'm going to say Scott.
How do you go to the parks before work?
No, it's like before or after work. Either one. It doesn't matter which one. But
yeah, I'll go after work.
The fact, I think he's more likely because my job makes it so much... Well, yes and no. My job makes it more complicated to go to the parks before or after because I have a costume and everything like that, so I can't just walk right in. I have to change and all that kind of stuff. While at the same time, I work right at Magic Kingdom, so like I can just go there because I'm already there. But, you know, with the costume and everything, it makes it a little more complicated. So because of that.
I like going when there's people to go with, like coworkers.
The next one is more likely to wake up early to get to rope drop. We both put Natalie. That's me.
I'll pass. I don't mind being there,
drop.
Sleeping in a little bit. But it's good to see at least once.
Yeah. Or like all the time.
And the benefit is that the park is empty in the morning. So like if you want to ride the vehicles, which tend to shut down once it gets crowded, you have to be there when it opens. But it is crazy with the monorail and the ferries and everybody else trying to get there before it opens. So just take that into consideration.
More likely to be willing to volunteer for a show. So like to participate in one of the shows. I'm going to say definitely Scott.
tend to show?
Like I don't know,
Oh,
one
like
of the
a
shows
volunteer?
where they pick a person from the audience
Oh,
to
yeah.
participate. Definitely
That's
Scott.
me,
He's
yeah.
way more outgoing than me. Okay, you're you're not gonna know what this one means. Do you know what it means to get lit? In your words, to get cray cray. To get tipsy. Because that's what you say all the time. So this one would be neither of us, but more likely to get lit at Hoop-Dee-Doo.
What is that? Tell me again what that means.
Like to get crazy, to get drunk, because it's like unlimited sangria or something. Neither of us have ever been to Hoop-Dee-Doo, so this question doesn't apply to us. But I'm gonna say if we went, which of us is more likely to get lit? Probably Scott.
I don't light up.
We don't get lit. Okay. Next is, oh gosh, more likely to climb the Mexico Pavilion.
I ain't getting fired.
Me neither. I can read the sign that says no climbing.
Yeah, me too. Unless I'm drunk.
See, he's gonna get lit at Hoop-Dee-Doo and then go climb the Mexico Pavilion.
I've never been drunk.
More likely to go to a table service restaurant. Like read that. It's Natalie. It's me. Me. All day.
Yeah.
Every day.
I don't like spending a lot of money on food.
No.
It's not worth it.
There's a pattern here. He doesn't like spending money on anything. Okay. More likely to take an iPad out during wishes.
Why would I take an iPad out?
You filmed it with your iPad one time, I think.
Yeah, before we had a camera.
Yeah, before we had like an actual video camera, he filmed it with his iPad. But I'm pretty sure you held it like right here, didn't you?
Nah, I don't know. Maybe for the
Like, or maybe
show, I
like,
probably held it.
like you didn't hold it up here like people do.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, that's bad Disney etiquette.
Yep.
More likely to snack non-stop while at the parks.
I like eating.
But you don't like spending money on snacks.
Yeah, you gotta bring snacks from home. Because if you don't bring snacks, you starve.
If you don't like spending the money. So, okay.
hard to justify.
See, I took that question. But like, okay, in reality, which of us likes eating more? So I think it's me.
Okay, you win.
More likely to take the monorail instead of the ferry.
Sometimes the ferry's faster, guys. And it's less hot and sweaty and stinky. Battery's gonna die, so you better just watch
It is? Oh gosh, okay. More likely to get a point for being late. Now think this through.
I am never to work late. And I don't get points, so...
See, if it's the point part, obviously it's me because he can't get a point for anything because he doesn't have points. If it's the being late thing, I have never once been late to work.
Well, even when I was on points, I was never once late to work. I was always
And
15
neither was
minutes
I.
early.
So we're both very punctual people. But going back to the question about who would call out, it's definitely me. But who would be late? I mean, we're both punctual for work at least. Maybe not in like
Punctual.
social life, but okay. More likely to make the most magic at work.
Unless you're making something brand new like Imagineers do.
I like how we're taking every question and turning it into our own question. Okay, so we'll just skip this one. More likely to go resort hopping. What are you saying, Scott? I don't know.
It doesn't matter what I say. It's what you
I
think.
didn't know what to say.
You
for
don't
that
even like
one.
going to the resorts.
Yes, I
I
do.
love- Wilderness Lodge.
It's his favorite.
It's my faves.
If it's just me getting on the monorail and going to the 3 monorail resorts, then yeah, it's definitely me because like I love the monorail like we established, and I love the Polynesian and Grand Flow and Contemporary. I could just walk around them all day. So next, more likely to go to a character performer audition. Neither of us.
I'm not sure what that means. so
Neither
I'm
of us
just
have
saying
ever been. You
Character
know what a
performer
character
audition.
performer audition is. to be friends with one of the characters. So which of us is more likely to go to an audition?
I don't get it. What's a character performer? Like to be a character? Or you said to be a friend
To
with a
be
character?
friends with a character.
I think she's speaking Disney lingo and I'm just not catching on.
Oh my gosh. Like, do you guys see what I deal with?
Yeah.
He calls himself an
Friends.
Imagineer. More likely to pick up a shift in a different location.
Not that I have that option, but if I did, I probably would pick up more shifts so I could make more money.
We both have that option because
I don't have that
you
option.
could do a cross you or something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that and work somewhere else, but you've never done that.
No, I'm not doing that.
And I've never picked up in another location, so neither of us have ever really done it. More likely to mess up the lyrics to an old Disney song. I think you're really good with lyrics, so that's why I said me.
No, I just make up words when I don't know the lyrics.
So do I. So anyway, we should have Rachel here because she knows all the words to every Disney song.
Hashtag smidge.
Hashtag smidge. That should be a thing. Hashtag smidge. We're starting it. Okay. Second to last question.
2 left before the battery dies.
More likely to cry during wishes. I feel like I've held up my name a lot throughout this thing. It's going to be fun to watch it back and see like if we said ourselves more or the other person more. More likely to lose something on a ride.
Why do you think I'll lose something?
Because you're always like holding out cameras and phones and have sunglasses and hats on your head.
Okay, true.
He
No, I
always
haven't
has
lost anything.
something.
That's the only reason.
Neither of us
Because
have
usually
lost
I'm
anything.
very careful about the stuff that I don't put away.
So, this has been so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and like I said, it's going to be fun to see if we like held up our own names more or held up each other's names more. This was a lot of fun to do. If you guys have any ideas for questions, maybe leave them in the comments down below. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys!
Bye.